Wow. It's Thursday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. Looking for another way. I'm here. Ease my mind and ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 1312 in a row of the Renaissance Man show. And we're going to get into it just like we do every single night, fam and friends. But it's going to be a super short show tonight. I'm trying to see if I can get out the door to meet my friend Corey for bowling night. Yep, it's Thursday bowling. But I had a very interesting evening. My son played his championship baseball game, and we won, or he won. I'm very proud of the little guy. And the team, awesome team. I mean, really, I got to say, they won 30 games this season. That's huge, 30-4. And I was really proud of them. You know, really good game. Really good to see them finishing it out strong. And I was a pitcher, so to see, my son pitching and playing is just a real pleasure. But the season's over now, finally. We played under the lights tonight. And it's kind of a cool thing when all of a sudden you're kind of living through your child, watching him experience the game for the first time and reliving all these memories. I used to love being on that field so much. It's such a cool thing to be there watching from the stands and seeing him experience it for the first time. It really is cool. So anyway, I'm with you guys again. It's 1312th day in a row of this. And tomorrow is a huge day. It's Friday night cover song night. You could request any cover song you want tomorrow night, and I'll do my best. If not, I'll write you a song live in the moment based on that title. And it's day 1313 in a row tomorrow. That's not 1313 days of the show. It's 1313 days in a row. There's been many days in those 1313 where I was live twice in one day. There's many days I did 6 hours in one day. But tomorrow we are live for 1313 days in a row. And I'm really excited about that. It's, I think, a world record. I'm not sure. I'm not certain. But I tried to reach out to Guinness last year when I was at like day 900 and something. And they're like, we don't even know how to figure out this streak. I was like, well, I started on December 31st, 2018, and I've been live every day since. What do you need to figure out? You know? Oh, well, you start sometimes at 10 and then you're done at 1 or 2 in the morning. Okay, I just covered 2 days. What's the concern here? But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how to get them to recognize what I'm doing, but I'm never going to stop. My plan is just to keep showing up every day and just at least have you have a bit of hope. At least somebody on this planet doesn't give up on something. And it's a lot of days in a row, guys. It really is. There's times I'm just like, well, maybe I should just call it quits. You know what I mean? And see if anybody even realizes that I stop. I don't know why it's been going for so long, to be honest. I'm not really sure. Because I could have stopped many times. At day 1001, we almost stopped, but we're still here. 1312 days in a row. Matt Sabrowski, maybe it's because you're a woohoo, giving us a woohoo, lifting us up a level, like beginning of the show. I don't know. You tell me. Woohoo! Right? I was here. You were there. Zabrowski, over there. Guys, when you're doing it and you got a woohoo on a daily basis, that could be the reason you show up. I'm not really sure. I actually think the reason I show up every day is because whether there's 0 people here or 15 or 20 or whatever, I'm going to live in this moment and try to create something that we could all remember. And sometimes it comes through in the form of a song or a piece of comedy or just a piece of news. But I like the idea of never having a net. I have no idea what I'm going to say. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm saying, if it's funny or if it's going to be funny. I have no idea. I just get into it and let it take me somewhere. And 1312 days in a row, we're still here. Guys, did you hear about this? This is kind of crazy, but Alex Jones finally on trial for Sandy Hook defamation trial, and he was found guilty. 4 plus 2 million, I think it is. We're going to read the story real quick. I do have to get out of here to go bowling, so it's going to be a super quick show. But let me quickly pull this story up for you so we can read it together. Here we are. Oh, I had another song open. I had something else open as well. That's right. I just realized that. I don't think I pulled the right thing up. Well, we're going to do the Sandy Hook story now, Joanne. If you could pull it up on the screen for me, highly appreciated. What's that? Joanne, stop the wheezing. All right, let's see. I'm opening up the backdrop here. This is called... What is it called, Joanne? When we do window capture. That's it. Here we go. So, if you could put me on the screen, though, Joanne, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, cutting me off. Oh, there we go. So, guys, here's the story of the day. Alex Jones ordered to pay Sandy Hook parents more than $4 million. Alex Jones attempts to answer questions about his text messages asked by Mark Bankston, lawyer for Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis, during trial at the Travis County Courthouse in Austin Wednesday, August 3rd. Jones testified Wednesday that he now understands it was irresponsible of him to declare the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre a hoax, and that he now believes it was 100% real. The Texas jury Thursday ordered conspiracy theorist Alex Jones to pay more than $4 million. You know what's kind of interesting, guys? I just tried to type that in TikTok here to say what the name of the story was. And I said, Alex Jones has to pay more than $4 million. That was the title. And it said, you've put banned words into your title. You can't go live. And I'm like, the name Alex Jones is banned on TikTok? That's friggin' weird. Who cares? He's just a stupid guy who speaks his mind. You don't have to agree with him. You don't have to listen to him. But to cancel him and to censor him and to say his name is banned on TikTok, kind of crazy, guys. I've heard the guy talk before. I'm never like, oh, that's so offensive that we got to ban him. It's really a weird world we're living in. The Austin jury must still decide how much the InfoWars host should pay in punitive damages to Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis. So what's the $4 million then? Okay, let's see. Let's go back a little bit. Jones is ordered to pay more than $4 million, significantly less than the $150 million being sought in compensatory damages to the parents of 6-year-old boy killed in the Sandy Hook massacre, marking the first time the InfoWars host has been financially liable for repeatedly claiming the deadliest school shooting in U.S. history was a hoax. The jury must still decide how much the InfoWars... So basically, he's got to pay more above the $4 million. Let's see. Jesse Lewis was among the 20 children and 6 educators who were killed in 2012 attack in Newtown, Connecticut, which, by the way, guys, is about 25 minutes from me. The parents had sought at least $150 million in compensation for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Jones' attorney asked that the jury limit damages to $8, $1 for each of the compensation charges they considered. Did he really say $8? And Jones himself said any award over $2 million would sink us. Guys, apparently he's gone bankrupt is what he's saying. I don't know. He's got a freaking TV show and he makes money for what he does. He's backed by sponsors and he sells products and he has affiliates. So I'm not sure. Really doesn't make sense to me how I think he just doesn't want to pay, so he's pretending. But anyway, we'll see. It likely won't be the last judgment against Jones, who was not in the courtroom over his claims that the attack was staged in the interests of increasing gun controls. A Connecticut judge has ruled against him in a similar lawsuit brought by other victims and FBI agent who worked on the case. He also faces another trial in Austin. Jones-led attorney Adino Rynell winked at his co-counsel before leaving the courtroom. He declined to comment on the verdict. So, outside the courtroom, the plaintiff's attorney, Mark Bankston, insisted that the $4.11 million amount wasn't a disappointment, noting it was only part of the damages Jones will have to pay. The jury returns Friday to hear more evidence about Jones and his company's finances. In a video posted on the website Thursday night, Jones called the reduced award a major victory. I admitted I was wrong. How is he talking? I admitted I was wrong. He sounds like that really, really scratchy, raspy voice, right? I admitted it was a mistake. I admitted that I'd followed disinformation, but not on purpose. I apologized to the families, and the jury understood that. What I did to those families was wrong, but I didn't do it on purpose, he said. The award was more money than my company and I personally have, but we're going to work on trying to make restitution on that, Jones said. Bankston has suggested that any victory declarations may be premature. We aren't done yet, folks. We knew coming into this case it was going to be necessary to shoot for the moon to get the jury to understand we are serious and passionate. After tomorrow, he's going to owe a lot more. So, guys, Alex Jones, he's taking a hit. That was a pretty bad freaking miss right there. You know, the Sandy Hook thing. Come on. I mean, one of the referral agents that I worked with at my old company lived next door to the principal. the week after Sandy Hook, I saw him at a training event. His name is Mark as well. And I knew he lived up there. And I was like, man, I'm so sorry. You know, what's going on, Sandy Hook? He goes, Mark, the principal lived next door to my house. He's like, the police cars. He's like, this is like the craziest thing in the world. And so when I started hearing that, oh, it's a fraud, it's a fake, I'm like, no, Mark told me that his neighbor was the principal and didn't come home. You know, it's not a freaking fraud. You know, when you've got a scenario like this, you got to be very careful. You got to be very careful how you speak and what you say, because there's way too many sensitive people in this world. And not only that, but you're trampling on someone's grave. So when this kid went into that school and did what he did, to go out there and say anything else besides that it was disgusting and despicable is really on him. And he's going to have to pay for that, you know. Unfortunately, I think we get into these, these passionate moments where we're speaking about these intuitions we have, and we start putting, you start taking out a pencil and you're going dot by dot by dot, and you're trying to figure out exactly where this story's going. And maybe there's a different ending than they told you, especially when we know that the fake news, National Enquirer, mainstream media never gives you anything straight. So you have to somehow finish the story. And I think what happened with this guy is he had a really bad ending to this story. The story is pretty bad. Adam Lanza went in there and he murdered, was it 26 people? And the principal that lived right next door to Mark didn't come home. So I know it's real, knew it was real. And this guy knew he was going to have a bite coming at him at some point in the future. It happened today, 4.11 million, and he's going to have to pay more. I don't know what that means, guys, but outside of that, I would say, I guess you pay for what you get, you know. That's all you can really say. It's I don't watch InfoWars. I've seen some of their clips that pop on. I really don't watch anything. I got my own show, so I don't really focus on anything. I'm trying to create content for you guys all the time. So I don't watch other people. I don't have time to. But I would say we're all just trying to have our voice be heard, whatever it is, in our own unique voice, and have that perspective be at least understood. You may not agree with it, but I think for the most part, and I don't know if I could speak for other people, but for me, I'm not intending to offend people when I do something that you may think is offensive. What I'm trying to do is speak my mind. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm trying to forget the day. I'm trying to forget about the negative world. So if I ever say something that rubs you the wrong way, I'm not intending to do that. I'm sorry, but this is an unscripted show. We live in the moment. We have a great time. And there's music that comes out that lives right here in this very second. And the lyrics have a lot to do with our society. So depending on where you are in 2022 and how you feel about the way things are going, you're either going to be really excited about what I'm saying or you're going to be offended. It's just a nature, you know. When I start talking about what's happening and what they're doing to you and to me, you're either going to say, yeah, dead on, or you're going to say, So you got to be prepared, I guess, for two things in life: disappointment, or at least that feeling you get when you've done everything you know you can do. Doesn't mean success, it just means expression. And so you either feel this like negative, overwhelming feeling where you can't get away from it because you didn't accomplish anything. All you did was sit there and think about what you wanted to do and didn't ever try, or you try everything that your heart tells you. Every intuition that pushes you, you drive it to the end. You throw everything against a wall. You see what sticks. That to me is success. It's not about what actually lands. It's not about what actually takes off. It's about the expression. It's about the art. It's a weird thing when most of the shows out there are specific to a niche. This is an artistic show. This is a show about art. This is art. There's no script. So whatever we're doing, whenever we're doing, it's creating something artistic. So you either like art and you like to see art be created, or you're someone who doesn't have an interest in art. That's probably what I would say. There's either a connection where you're like, look, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm excited for that journey. Or you're like, I don't really get modern art. I don't really get, whatever. You have to be into art or you're not into art. That's the real, I'm realizing this. This show is about art, you know? Right now I'm just talking, but in general, when we're playing music or we're doing a piece of comedy, it's artwork, you know? It's being created live. So if it's funny, then that's a pretty cool piece of art. If it's powerful, another cool piece of art. But it's absolutely not just a throwaway. I don't think there's anything that's a throwaway. Like I said, I'm just feeling around sometimes trying to understand exactly why I do show up every day. But I think it's because I really enjoy creating. I really enjoy the art side of it. And I feel like this was, I want to point this out. It was Mucho the other day that kind of made me realize this. Mucho came in and said, you know, it's like twisted art. You know, just keep in mind, like, this is live. It's like a twisted art form. And I was like, yeah, I guess that's true. We start with a blank canvas every day, and at the end, there's some art form that took place. I don't know what it is or what it's going to be. If it's good, I don't know. It's all subjective anyway. I realize that. What someone thinks is funny, somebody else doesn't think is funny. What someone else thinks is hits home for them, another person's like, I just don't get it. We're so unique that it becomes difficult to connect with everybody, except I think when you show the fact that you want a world to come together. I feel like everybody wants that, even though they don't know it. Like, they're out there hating so much, but if you could step them away from it all and into a room with you, you could get along with them. Everybody can get along. It's the topics that we're forced to talk about here. Those are the ones that divide us and conquer us. And man, it's crazy because I have to freaking feed into it. Now I'm doing a news story every day as Trump, or I'm doing a news story every day as Biden. Today I did Joe Biden talking about the Brittany Griner scenario. Tomorrow will be Trump. It's going to be every other day. And if you like these face swaps I'm doing, it's going to be a new one every day. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Just know I'm going to go out there and create one for you. And tomorrow I'm going to bring you another one. So I guess that's all I could say is I just want to continue doing what I'm doing, having a good time, and hopefully if you like it, you'll share it and let other people know we're here every night. That is the best. Mark, are you going to be doing DJT every day now? I'm not going to be doing DJT every day. I'm going to be doing Trump one day, Biden the next day. So today I did Biden, the day before I did Trump. So tomorrow, back to Trumper. Are you kidding me? Sleepy poopy pants, taking his triple diaper off, winning big league. So tomorrow will be Trump news. And every day, this is the thing, is it's not just doing Trump. Like I did the Donald Trump show a few years ago, and that was literally ripping apart everything bad that Joe Biden ever did. This is different. This is taking a news story every day and doing it as either Trump for the Donald Trump news show or doing it as the Joe Biden news show. Oh, come on, man. My Aunt Judy told me to take a poop in my triple diaper. If you don't do that, what kind of friend are you? You know? Goodness. Guys, remember tomorrow, we're doing it all over again. I can't believe we're doing a short show. 18 minutes. It's a lot. This is actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I told you to do a 10-minute mark because I got to go bowl. Well, I don't even know if we can get in now. It's 11:15. Guys, tomorrow, Friday night, cover song night. Make sure you get your requests in. I'll try to put something up on a community post on YouTube so you can put, you know, any requests you may have. I'll start looking them up and bring them up on the screen so they're here tomorrow night during the show. My plan is to play at least 15 to 20 cover songs tomorrow night. So make sure you join us. Spread the word. It is day 1313 in a row. It is the biggest day of my entire Renaissance Man show career, the 1313th day in a row. So please join me tomorrow. Please spread the word. And let's create some magical moments on the guitar tomorrow. Until then, it's Mark Pires. You got to go away. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. You got to go away. You got to go away. Till tomorrow, fam and friends.